What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my studio. Oh wow, that's already off center. Hopefully that helps. um, yes, welcome to my studio. I'm Joseph Finchum. You are you, and things aren't completely set up here yet. That's why there was no transition there. Hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully you can't hear the fan. I don't know. You probably can. I'm not sure if I've ever put the uh, noise suppressor. Let's put that on and hope it works. I don't know if you can hear the fan or not. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Am I low again? Am I okay? Thank you, Clark Fine Art. Did it go away or did it just get lower? Let me know. Okay, so I was wondering about this whole world of watercolor thing and whether or not I was even going to try, because I tend to not do well with those kind of like strict regimented things where you got to get something done every day. So, well, we're going to try and do this with everything in one drawing. How's it going to work? I don't know. I have a little backstory behind the drawing that I want to do. Will it work? I don't know. I'm still just adding some things in here. Hopefully that's all good. Couple layers. I'm going to lock the white layer. Nope, that's the wrong layer. Try this again. Unlock. Lock the right layer. We're going to start on layer 2. Ugh. I set all this up and then had done something wrong, so I had to switch it back up. Okay, so we're going to go to the next screen. Hopefully it's going to work. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, that looks like it worked. I got my screen here. You can't see me drawing, but you should be able to see what I'm drawing. Hopefully the cursor is showing up. Yes, cursor is showing up. That's a good start. I set a bunch of stuff up in Touch Portal to try and control OBS, and I've barely used it, so I might have trouble finding things when I need to. It's a new day. So sound great. Noise suppressor worked. Okay. Half a month to make up, yeah. So I can barely read those. Wow. I'm gonna have to open up. Oh, that's on the wrong screen. What? No, I did not want to take that out. Son of a... How do I redock this? There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Open this up. Move only this out of the way. There we go. Like I said, there were a few problems. Okay, I need to open the prompt list so I can see them. And that is a little too big. I'll put this off to the side. Shrink it down as far as I can and still read it. Okay. We're not ready. I just threw a poll in the chat. It's stupid. Ignore it if you want. Okay, so we have our prompts. Where'd they just go? Okay, so my basic idea, I'm going to try and start drawing while explaining this. We'll see if that works. We have, okay, I need the brush. Did that work? brush tool, small brush. Like I said, I'm learning the buttons. Okay, so we're gonna have a horizon line, like right around here somewhere. Those are all awful and crooked. See if I can. Still not straight enough. Closer. Okay. So now we're going to have kind of like a shoreline coming in here. Think of it as like a cove. Let me know if you guys can actually see all of that. Why is this at the bottom? Why would they put the poll over the incoming chat? This is stupid. Okay. Hopefully that's just closed on my end and not gone. Okay. A little bit of a mountainside up here. Okay, so our basic idea is we have a ship, and the ship was traveling somewhere, and there were a bunch of mice in a big old steamer trunk. And I think that is prompt 9. They were in this steamer trunk. Let's get some perspective in here. This is going to be a very bad draw. That should definitely be thinner. Didn't like that last line. Eraser tool. Let's see if all of this works. That is not big enough. Just scribble some of this out. That was just a little too big. Go back to the brush. Hopefully I'm still on the small brush. Okay, so. Just going to draw through that a little bit so I can get a better idea of the perspective. And got our locking mechanism here. Okay, we're basically just trying to rough this out. And then we'll see if we can, you know, give it some closer final touches. Okay, so the ship is going to be back here. And okay, so these mice were traveling in this steamer trunk, and the ship crashed, and all of its stuff spewed out. What is all this stuff? Nobody knows. A couple of random boxes and things. Some of them will be in the sand, some of them will be out of sand. The trunk is mostly going to be in a dune, you know, like kind of covered it with sand, but some of it will be visible. I'm not sure where I want this yet. We'll figure it out. Like I said, not going to be good at first. I'm still learning how to use this thing. I'm still working on the layering, trying to see it in my head. Okay, so the mice, since they're very clever and smart mice, have broken their way out of this little box, and they are tunneling to try and get to the surface. Now, there will be alternate routes that go to places. Maybe one goes off this way. We don't know yet. Okay, the ship is over here. I got a cat crying already. Got one little front mast, and then probably it's gonna be like a cabin type part back here somewhere. And another mast kind of fallen over in the sand. Some rocks. Okay, hopefully this story is making sense. Okay, so we have this steamer trunk, and they have broken their way through. That's one of those little metal tabs on the corner. And since it's metal, I don't assume they have dug through that, but they could dig through the wood. Kind of a metal stripping here. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to set the scene. Maybe a strap that goes up on either side and over. Perspective is definitely off on this. But we'll figure it out as we go. Go back to the eraser. Let's get rid of some of that. Get rid of some of this. We don't need any of that. I think I actually wanted that one there. Leave that one there and get rid of that one. Okay. So far, not going well. I already know I'm gonna have less room than I need. So the mice, let me see if I can hide this layer. Click on this layer. The mice that I'm putting in here will not really be super detailed. They're going to be like little tiny little bean mice, if you know what I mean. So we'll make just like a little bean shape, and then give them a little little bit of a head, little thing, little ear, I mean. Don't click the buttons. And then we'll go to the eraser tool, and we'll take that stuff out. Simple. That's it. Stuff like that. So they're going to end up really tiny. So I don't know how well this is going to work for the most part. Over here, not on the right layer, I'm going to scribble that out a bit. I want this to be bigger so we can actually fit a couple of those little mice in there. At some point. Hey, Starving. Also, Ian Jackson. I think I saw you. D. Lynn, hello. George Pencil Art, hello. I'm missing a lot of the chat. Should we name him Mickey? No, we should not. He is not a Mickey. Yes, I can zoom in to draw the smaller mice. We'll get to that. I'm trying to just set the scene at the moment. This should be a little higher. Maybe a little something down here, just to give it some oomph. Maybe a little tattered cloth on that one. Some ropes. Yeah, we're just setting the scene at the moment. I don't even know what kind of boat this is supposed to be. Is it... it's a sailing vessel, but is it old? Is it new? I don't know. Does it have a windshield? We'll kind of figure that stuff out. Some little deck railings in here. None of this is going to make any sense until I'm done. Okay, so we have a trunk. So that's number 9. It's going to be slightly buried, which is number 10. Okay, so zooming in. Here we go. Hand to move. Bring this up here. Okay. Back to the brush. Let's just erase some of this artifacting first. Okay. Back to my brush. So down here, we're going to have a couple of little mice. have a little face over here. See, this is not nearly as smooth as I would like it to look. Ugh. I gotta keep. Ooh, that's gonna be way too big at the moment. That did not go down at all. Try that. How's that? Okay, yeah. That's better. Erase that. And we'll figure this out as we go. But these guys, is that going to be too big? Why? Lies. I really don't like that face. And even if they have, like, even if they're doing something, brush. Even if they're doing something back here, as some of them will be, this guy's going to be facing the opposite direction, so we only need some ears back here. Back to the eraser tool. Why am I not erasing? But he'll be like a little more silhouetted. Let's see if I can. I just want to make these lines solid so that if I try and give them a little bit of a fill, they'll actually fill. So if I were to select in here, and then where is the paint bucket? Oh, I don't need the paint buckets here. I gotta remember that. There we go. So he's just in the background. They're in a little bit of a huddle. And so yeah, I was gonna say, even if they're, dang it, nothing is selected, nothing is selected, back to the brush. Okay. Even if they are holding something or doing something, they're not going to have any little arms. It's just going to be like insinuated that they have arms. So like this little guy here is going to be holding. Oh, I'm on the wrong color. That's okay. I hit the button. He's holding a little sign over here. And let's see, where was it? I thought there was I thought there was a word in here that isn't actually in here. But okay, so these guys went the wrong way. And they're lost. Which is the word I thought was in here, but isn't. So they're holding a little help sign. But they're in a little huddle. I hope that's coming through, that they're in a huddle. Which is word 11. Now, pattern, we can definitely add to pattern. We're going to zoom out and bring this back over here. Should the pattern be on the trunk? Yes, I have one to trigger the eraser on and off. I have the brush, and I have a small brush and a larger brush set. I have zoom set, the hand to move everything, and a magic wand. Not sure how much more stuff I might need. Since this is my first time actually trying to do this at all, especially with an audience, which is nerve-wracking a little bit. We're working out the bugs as we go. Question from Clark Fine Art. Will this all be done digitally, or will you actually transfer the line work and paint it in watercolor? Yes, painting it in watercolor is the general idea. I made the page size basically the same as a sheet of Arch's paper, so we'll see how that goes. But that is the plan. And will we get done by the end of July? I don't know. Are we going to finish this today? Absolutely not. You know me. I can't do that. I'm actually talking too much for once. Let me draw. So, brush. Make sure I'm on the brush. So we could do like, I mean, it doesn't have to be a great pattern. It just has to be a pattern, right? So we'll do kind of like a wishbone pattern. Can I remember how that looks? And basically just and as we go, what we'll do is we'll, you know, try and refine some of this. Now, I'm going to zoom down here, go back to the brush. We're going to try and do a little bean mouse down here. Eraser. This little guy, his tail, and he is rushing on along. Why is he rushing? I don't know yet. But he is. We're just working on ideas here. So that little guy is going to be rushing along. Dealing Creative Arts. Yes and no, I think, to your question about is there a way to get an Apple iPad to connect to a PC? There is a way to put the Mac OS on a PC, but it's a real pain in the butt from what I understand. So yeah, I wouldn't know how to do it anymore. I did it once, maybe 20 years ago when I had a Mac. I still have a Mac, but now it's a lamp. I'm looking over here at the chat while trying to talk to you guys. Yeah, this needs so much work. Few rocks out there in the water. What am I hitting? I'm pressing the button. Just some little indications of waves, I guess. I'm going to go back to my eraser tool, and I'm going to did I even go to the eraser tool? Yes, I did, but I made it smaller. Can I do that? Can I, eraser tool, large brush? Oh, that might actually work. But that is not large enough. Okay. Take that out. Yeah, so these clever little mice, they've escaped their little container, and they're going to be doing stuff. We're going to have to figure out what they're doing. I mean, the little help me guy could also be signal, like they're signaling for help, but we might do something else with that. If you guys have any, if you have any suggestions for these, you know, fire them away. It's Starving Artist asked, how is the texture of the pen and matte of this drawing pad? It's slippery. It's very, very smooth. I know they make like a screen protector thing that you can put on that makes it feel a little bit more like paper. Um, I may look into that at some point, but for right now, I'm just going to use it the way it is. I keep looking at the chat and talking to you. I'll get used to it. I will. Okay, so this little box. What is this little box? I don't know. But it's half buried in sand. So it doesn't need that bottom part. While I'm still on the eraser, clean that up a bit. See, I'm so used to when working with pencils and colored pencils of doing the, you know, rotate a little bit every time I re-grip the pencil, and I keep moving my thumb over the buttons here that are on the pencil thing. So that's my biggest drawback right now. What is this? What is this round thing? Maybe it's like a rolled up rug. A little bit of it is sticking out here. And it's all tattered too. I could also put a pattern on that rug. And, you know, we could do other things, and we will. Like, I have an idea. I'm going to close that off for a second. So, go to the right layer. That always helps. There's going to be one mouse out here in the, like, background. I may even just, if this works, I will take it and move it over there and shrink it down. Go back a little bit. I don't like that line. So there's like this feather that he's working with, and he's going to be like surfing on it. Give it some feathery details. Not a lot, just a little bit. So, because surf wasn't surf one of the words? What am I looking at here? How do I keep getting the wrong title? Where did I get surf from? What was I thinking? Rush, turn, signal, rusty. Oh, the feather. Not, he's surfing on the feather. There'll be a little wave coming up behind him because he's about to bail out. We'll figure all that out later. But that's the idea. He's going to be like right down in this area here. On a little itty bitty, you know. You have the waves that come in, go out. That's the thing. Like, I may at some point, if anyone would be interested, I may do a little bit of a giveaway of this. This is my original Wacom Bamboo tablet. It is just the tablet. It is not a monitor. And I couldn't use this thing for anything. I cannot draw in one place and look at it in another. That does not work for me. But now I definitely do not need it anymore. So if anybody wants it and wants to give it a try, you let me know, and maybe we'll do a giveaway or we'll do something else. Who knows? But yeah, that is the closest I ever had to a Wacom tablet. I would love a Cintiq, but those things are like a good 6, 7, 8 times more expensive than this thing was. So this'll do. This'll do nicely. Okay. Let's zoom in down here. Right at this little section here, we'll have a little mouse, a little bean mouse. Get him roughed in here. He's sitting here. Little tails coming out. This is really hard because of how small it is. What I should have done is made the page twice or 3 times the size of what I plan on shrinking it down to, but I don't even know if that would work the way I want it to. And this guy here, give him his little ears. His little eyes. And he has a little book of maps. Oh, that's not readable. Little book of maps, and he is reading his maps and studying them, trying to find his way. Oh, no. Way too big. See, when I go really small with the eraser, it's like it doesn't want to erase at all. I gotta remember that. So study. There we go. We got one studying. Is it great? No. So, like, little things we can do is, like, you know, we can make the lock here. Make this a little stronger. And this could be a big old rusty lock. So, we'll just hint at the color there. For the moment, that's 6. Still on the brush, good. Okay. Most of this back here needs to be colored in. And I'm trying to think of this as a drawing, not as a painting. So I'm kind of doing it how I would if I were drawing with regular pencils. If that makes sense to anybody. That's starving, yes, that is the hope, that I will be putting all 31 prompts into this. That's why I'm saying, if you have an idea for what a little mouse could be doing that, represents one of these, you let me know. I want to, I'm going to erase a little bit of this. I really need another button for a much larger eraser. I'm going to erase a little bit of that. Go back to the brush, and we're going to make a little thing there. And we could probably put in there a little mouse. I gotta get closer to this. A little mouse who's just like scratching away at the surface, like but they don't have arms. And if they don't have arms, how am I going to make them scratching? Well, Clark Fine Art, the trunk is buried. If I didn't get to that one, yeah, but you can help me keep track because you seem to be doing better at this. Zoom, Alt, bring this back in. Okay, we could go up into the sky and do like a little spiral. Nah, I don't like it. Don't count it. Hey, I'm not trying to put in a numeric value. I'm trying to move the slider to get a nice big. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Let's get rid of that. No Van Gogh clouds for this drawing. Where would we put a spiral? Could there be maybe some of this water is pouring over here and creating a little whirlpool? That should be definitely more elliptical, I think. Little whirlpool right in front of the boat. This water is rushing in from a wave. I don't know. We're playing. We're working on it. The pattern on the trunk, yes. Would that work for turn? Just because the tunnels turn? They need a little opening in this tunnel. There will be a couple of mice out here. Um, hmm. Bear with me for a second. This tunnel is an arch. We'll call that an arch. That's 13. Vitamin. How do you do vitamin? I am going to put a little patch on this steamer trunk. Give it a design. Are you watching on mobile, George? Is that it? Yeah, yeah, I was afraid they might be a little too small for someone. If you look up World Watercolor Month, uh, daily prompts, you should be able to find it. I know Lisa. I know Clark Fine Art, Angela has them over on her Discord. She put them in there somewhere. Uh, Huddle, Scratch, Arch, Spiral, Vitamin. Could we just have like some spilled vitamins somewhere? I don't know. Vitamin's a tough one. I thought the toughest ones were gonna be vitamin and effervescent and luminous. Um, we'll probably somewhere put a little mouse with like a little torch with a match that he's using as a torch to lighten up an area. This is all just playing. This will definitely not be the final design. This is like thumbnailing on a bigger scale. I'm doing one big thumbnail and then I'll work out how to do stuff from there. But this way I don't have to waste paper anymore. Maybe it is Dr. Finchum? Um, I don't know. Uh, hmm. Maybe this box over here. Zoom. We're just gonna that's the vitamin box, and we'll just make. I know they're gonna look like Tylenol or something. We'll make like some little pills, maybe. This one's stuck in the sand. Another one over here stuck in the sand. And we could give them some color later or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There we go. We'll call that 15 done. Fiber. Fiber, I had an idea for fiber, which will be clean up this hole a little bit. Oh, see? I'm hitting the button again. Brush, small brush. So for fiber, I kind of wanted like the idea was to have a little mouse up here, or maybe he's a big hefty chubby mouse. I messed that ear up. He's looking this way. This ear should be the bigger one. The idea was going to be that he has like a piece of plant vine and I don't know if this is a good way to do it. And on that plant vine is like a little bucket. And he's hoisting stuff up to the top with his little plant fiber. Is that too obscure, too subtle? Well, I'll let you guys decide. Zoom Alt. We will be putting a couple of little guys down here. Let's figure out just where they're gonna go. I'm just gonna rough in a couple beams. This guy is actually crawling like a real mouse. Just erasing a little bit out of there. Out of everywhere. And we'll go back to the we'll go back to the brush. Little eye, little eye, little eye. Okay, so they're just hanging out there. Why are they there? I don't know. Oh, thank you, D-Lin, for linking the prompts. Okay. What I want to do, I want to intersect this one. Come up here to a big cavernous area. And that's where my little mouse will be. I cannot press the button with the gloved hand. I keep trying to hit it with my pinky, and that's not going to work. So this is going to be the little mouse who is holding the matchstick as a torch. He's just trying to figure out where he's going. Let's give him a straight tail. His big old ears. Okay, so stop hitting the button. We'll just clean him up a little. Make him a little more solid. I'm still getting used to the pressure sensitivity too, because what this thing considers light pressure is way lighter than I consider light pressure. I guess I'm somewhere closer to what it considers heavy pressure. Okay, so matchstick, maybe. So like in this section, it would be darker around the back, you know, and more lit up closer to him. Over here, you can hit the button. This will be it's a little box of matches. Just throw some matchsticks in here. Throw one match in backwards. And I know this is still the rust color, not red or blue or the color of matches, but yeah, I'm just throwing it in there to help sell the idea. Okay. He's a cute little guy. Let me see if I can kind of. That's going to create some problems. Alt. Get rid of that. That was too much. I need to zoom in more. I can't see what I'm doing. Wow, that is really taking some leniency with where it's snapping to. Okay, now let's go. I'm actually going to drop a layer in behind that. Go to some brown. Start with a dark brown. And we're going to go to brush, large brush. We're going to make that even bigger. Fill that in. Lighten. Lighten again. Close enough for now. It gets the idea across, right? I hope. Still needs some work, obviously. Get off of the marquee. I gotta remember there's a deselect button attached to that. Little things I gotta remember. Okay. So that's that. That was luminous. Ooh, the striped sail. Yes, that or that rug. I could do that too. But yeah, that tattered sail. We could definitely do that. Oops. Undo that. Back to the black. And we can fix that in post. And then we can, let me just magic wand tool it. Oh, that ain't gonna work. um, that's how you move that thing. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Brush, water brush, horizontal text tool. Get off of that. We'll make this larger and we'll just, there, striped. I had an idea for hand tool. Where would I put it? I had an idea for the record being an actual, like, you know, like a 78, you know, an actual plastic record, but I don't know where I would want to put it. Still shrink this down a little more so I can look at this and think, where would a record be good to place it? Clark Fine Art, I like the suggestion for effervescent. I don't know how I'm going to do that in a drawing. Kind of hard to sell frothy, at least at this size, you know. Maybe. I'm gonna like, I don't like that. That's too small. I mean, too big. And then eraser tool. Did I hit caps lock? Just a bunch of records hiding in the sand. And, okay, so we have a basic shape there. Hit the button. that up a bit. I don't have to get rid of all of it because this will end up being a background layer in which I will do more. I will try and refine it over it, you know? But make sure these are all... Nope, I'm still on the eraser. Make sure these are all solid so I can select them easier. And magic wand, shift, 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 and brush, make it extra large. Eraser tool. It's already small. Okay, we'll just... That's too small. Okay, records. What are they there for? We don't know yet. Widen. I'm on the eraser. Why can I not erase? Am I on the wrong layer? I am on the wrong layer. This we will redo. And it'll be going off this way and widening as it goes. And we'll zoom in. Put a couple of little mice in here. Let's see. These guys are carrying. Do it that way. Little shovels, because they are widening the path. He's looking upward. Very refined pirates. I gotta check the chat more. A box of Alka-Seltzer. He's gonna have a little shovel too. I'm thinking the shovel, I know it doesn't look like it there. The little shovels are actually going to be like broken or cut That's too big. Broken or cut acorn caps. So we'll figure that out when we try and refine it later. And I don't know how far we're going to get today. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, 4:30 already. Wow. So he's throwing some dirt. Pile here where it's landing. And this guy, he's got one of those buckets, and he is rushing the sand all the way through the arch, and oh, what did I just do? All the way through the arch and over to this guy, and he's pulling the sand up, dumping it out here. Okay. Is this too silly for anyone, or is it just me? Okay, so they widen striped filter. Ooh, filter. Okay, I have an idea. This might work, this might not work. There will be drops of water. They're coming down, they're landing in here, filtering water through the sand into a tiny little pool. Does that make sense? Filter? Okay. We could also say that this guy is pulling on that fiber. So that would take care of pull, I guess. Just throw another little wave in here. I don't know why. Effervescent. Effervescent. You know what? This thing over here, which I never decided what it was. I just decided what it was. Figure it out yet? I'm gonna clean this circle up. That's not right. Globe? Globe. Mm-hmm. Uh, Clark Fine Art is there. X marks the spot. And let's say, I'm sure that's the wrong side of Australia, but and that's way too close. Yeah. That was a bad idea. Okay. This should come out more, I think. Ooh, Serenity. Yeah. Or I could just put the spaceship from Firefly in the background somewhere. Maybe it's nighttime and the Serenity is flying through space in the background. No, that's a bad idea. We could come over here and we'll do a couple little little beams down here. Tail, tail. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. You picking up what I'm putting down yet? They're having a little jam session. Oh, this is fun. And what I would do is just a couple of music notes floating through the air. What was that for? That was for Serenity. I mean, some of these are going to be a little too subtle. See if we can. I mean, like way too subtle. Over here, brush. Small. Wow, that is the small brush. All the way back here, we have a little mouse. He's only going to be a silhouette, I think. And he is swabbing the deck. Does that work for deck? Or is that... This is so bad. So bad, but so much fun. Shell, deck, sweet. Shell we can put anywhere. I mean, we could literally just scribble in any kind of shell here. Maybe there's a big old... Why am I not drawing? How did I get to white? Okay. Gonna zoom in just a little bit more. I just realized I don't actually know what a conch shell looks like. But it could still be a shell. Is that a shell? You let me know. You know, I never did put that little surfing feather mouse in. Let's see if I can. I don't think that worked. Well, if that's actually showing up, I don't know where it is. Okay, we'll just have to draw him in here. And he's hanging 10, so he's going to have some shape to him. He's looking to hang out with Clark Fine Arts Santa Claus. And I'm going to reverse the feather so that the point is down there. He's shooting the barrel. Is that what they call it? Something like that. Yeah, this definitely needs a lot of revision. um, that could have been better. That is not the same color I was using. I forgot there was water coming over that. We'll figure this all out at some point. What did I hit? Did I get everything? What am I missing? I'm missing something, right? Sweet? Sweet. How do we do sweet? And I'll change the sizes of these, some of these things. Like that globe, I want the globe to be bigger and more buried in the sand. That mouse is way too big. The one on the surfboard, he's way too big. Unless I bring him closer, I can change a lot of this perspective. I don't need all this sky that's not being used. I mean, right now, let's add a little bit of sky in there. These are all rocks. Yeah. See, like the patch thing that I put on the box, I would probably change that and maybe put it on this rug, or even maybe on like another piece of this sail, you know, the ripped sail. Sweet and effervescent. Effervescent. A cloud in the sky looks like a sweet. Like a piece of candy? No. No, that won't work. I mean, it's not that it completely wouldn't work, but no. Um, sweet. Sweet's a weird one. This looks very much like the little child did it. Fruit on the ground. Ooh, fruit on the ground, fruit underground. Um, maybe. Oh, that gave me a weird idea. Maybe, this isn't water that's dripping through, but it's a cracked container of honey. And it's oozing down. Little splash there, and it's oozing down here. Yeah, grapes would have been good too. This would all be under the sand. How would I even draw the sand? I don't know yet. That's a layering issue for next time. I think I'm gonna, for the rushing, I'm gonna put a couple more in there. A couple more little guys rushing with the pails of sand. We're definitely gonna flesh this out and make it look better at some point. But that's probably not gonna be today. But it's fun trying to get all this stuff into the one drawer. Of course, we're gonna have to explain that at some point. The other Tara. What did the other Tara say? Yes. What did? Oh, a coconut. Coconut. Yeah, you could do like a broken coconut somewhere with someone like hanging out in it, like it's a little hut up here. Let's see. Hmm. Does that look like a coconut to any of you? This is that dang pineapple all over again. Seven up in the water. Ah, that's not bad. Is anybody else doing this? Did anyone try for effervescent yet, or are you waiting until you get there? I just want to try and sand this up a bit. See if we can add some color in here. You know, just so we all know what we're dealing with. Ah, see, still hitting those buttons. That is, every time I re-grip the, the writing implement, I'm hitting that button. Totally not the right color for sand, but right now, I'm going to change the opacity. Because this is buried. Yeah, that'll work. Grab the brown again. There isn't much on here to color. I gotta remember that, like, as long as I don't pick it up, it'll stay that one layer color, and then you can pick it up and then put more color down. It's all a little weird. bring the opacity back up. Ooh. I'm guessing this is a gold colored box, maybe? Yeah, I definitely need a better, like, or, well, a better. I definitely need a reference photo for a steamer trunk. I'm not very good at drawing a steamer trunk. um, if that was wrong, that should be actually in the... That would be a little bit more visible, so we'll make that a little bit more opaque. If it's by where the hole is, it should be opaque. I still don't think I got effervescent. I mean, there are a couple of things we could do, but that is a tough one. That is really a tough one. Whoever thought that up was, I don't know, foolish. What am I doing here? Let's not go over him. This is not how I would color this. Yeah. If I were actually going for a completed product. Yeah. This is just for fun. that supposed to be a rock? I think that's supposed to be a rock. I'm gonna go down a layer, hopefully. I really like, my favorite part of the whole thing is these little guys here. They look great. I love these little lost guys. So yeah, we're getting somewhere, but not exactly where I really want it to be. Darker parts of sand, a larger brush. Clark Fine Art, that would work too, yes. A signal fire off in the distance. Needs a little bit in there. They're throwing their dirt. See, I assume most of the tunnel would be like filled in and darker. This is not how I would do flats. I would definitely not do this on just a single layer. We're just, like I said, we're just playing around here. I'm going to go for a nice gray here for this thing. Do you guys thumbnail when you start to work on a project? I usually end up doing like a whole bunch of them. Yeah, this is not great, but not bad either. Is what floating out to sea? Oh, the 7 Up bottle. Yes, I I can do that. I think. I mean, where would I put it? And it would have to be like a greenish color, right? And then I mean, if we're just gonna pretend for right now, um, really is too. The eraser is way does not work at that size. It just doesn't. Mhm. Does that work? Reese's and mouse? Like a champagne bottle, yeah, kind of. Um, I don't remember exactly what a 7 Up bottle looks like. You know what's funny is I keep trying to not put my hand in the way of the camera that isn't on the monitor. Usually I'm terrible at, keeping my hand out of the way, and this time I'm actually thinking about it and doing it all wrong. Now, I think this should be red, shouldn't it? The colors of 7-Up. I don't know what color the 7 would be, though. I don't want to watch your quick video. And then we will... Okay, let's see if we can make this work. White. Brush. Half the opacity. Make it bigger. A little bit heavier up here. It's a bottle, sorta. It's sort of a bottle. Mm-hmm. So much work to do. So much work to do. No, they don't, D-Lin. They do not make other stuff. Reese's peanut butter cups are perfect. Reese's got it right on the very first try. And ever since then, they've been like, hey, let's make this, and let's make this, and let's make this. And they're all garbage. That is my personal opinion. I had the other day, I tried a Reese's cupcake with it was supposed to be chocolate cupcake with peanut butter filling. Nope. It was so bad. Yeah, and even Clark Fine Art agrees, yes. And even like the other cups, like when they make like the mega cup, it's too much peanut butter, not enough chocolate. When they make the thins, too much chocolate, not enough peanut butter. They got it right the first time. Absolutely, the first time, done. No more to be done. You can't eat peanut butter? Peanut butter is literally my favorite food. Yeah. I don't know what I would do without peanut butter. Peanut butter and jelly with strawberry jelly, probably one of my favorite things to eat ever. This is not going to be big enough. Let me make that a little bigger. Is that going to be big enough? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so this is all sand in here too. But it's lighter because it's all the way in the distance. And then we need some dark brown. Put the opacity back up. This is going to be for the... Oop. What did I do wrong? I did not switch my color. This is so bad, isn't it? So bad, it's good. No. Mhm. What am I trying to do here? I'm just trying to fill some things in. I know. Oh, we're over time, huh? Oof. I did not mean to do that. Can I undo that? I cannot undo that because I did it with the thing. Yeah, if I was really trying to color this in, I would have done it like as like more as flats, you know, and then I would have done, you know, highlights and shadow over them. Trying not to erase my little mice so I can remember what they're doing and where they are for when I try and completely redraw this. If I go a little bit darker than that, this is like the color these would, the tunnels would be. But I'm not gonna fill them all in. I'm just putting a little bit in here for effect. But yeah, we're over time, so I should probably start wrapping this up. I want to thank Dylan and Clark Fine Art for being here and helping out. They keep the chat going and, you know, post links if I need them or whatever. And they both have channels. If you are watching me and you don't know Clark Fine Art, what's wrong with you? um, yeah. Why does my brain go blank every time I try and do this? I don't know what the other tarot was making sick emojis at. Oh, don't like peanut butter. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Something about savory and not with jelly jam either. Hey, it's the UK. You people put beans on toast. Well, not you. The other part. So, yeah. This was fun. It's nothing special. I'm definitely gonna try and recreate it basically from probably from scratch, and you know, place things better. I keep trying to wrap it up and not doing it. You get it. You understand. I'm not even going to save this. I mean, I am going to save it, but not as anything special. What are we going to call this? World Watercolor Month underscore. Nah. concept art. Okay. Yes, check out Angela's channel, Clark Fine Art. Check out D-Lin Photography, D-Lin Creative Arts. I know you do something, and I always fumble my words and my brain goes blank. um, yeah, you'll correct me on that. Okay, that's it. I'm putting the pen down, taking the glove off. I think we're good. It's a start. It's an idea. It's a concept, and I'll try and make something with it. And if I do, I'll try and film that. If not, I will work on it more next week with you guys. And let's see, next week will be 15, 22nd, 21st, 22nd, something like that. So there could be 2 more to work on this, so maybe we'll work on it next time and try and refine it. Give it some more perspective. Like that boat's just sitting there like a big log. So, yeah. We'll do something with this maybe. Okay. That's it. I'm going. D-Lin currently only has Instagram. Okay. Everybody, have a... Beans on toast is comfort food. I like beans. I like toast. No. But don't listen to me. I have very weird things with food. It's mostly texture things. It's not flavor things. So, like, I like beans as a texture. I like toast as a texture. When I combine the two, I don't. Same thing, I can't put onions on anything. You can put onion flavor into anything and I will eat it. Put onions on it, I will not touch it. Mushrooms, nope. Nope. Okay, that's it. I have buttons here that I have to press. I think I did something wrong here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I'm going to end this, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Nothing is working. Hey, what's up, everybody, and thanks for watching. First off, a big thanks to my moderators, Clark Fine Art and D-Lin Creative Arts. Links in the description. Go check them out. They're great. They really help out by keeping the chat lively and in order. But don't go anywhere just yet. There are other ways you can help support my channel, like checking out my Patreon, as others have, where you can follow for free or select a tier that fits your needs. You can hop on over to my website where you have access to my original arts as well as prints, and even check out the merch store where new stuff is added now and then. If you'd like to check out more of my stuff, you can do so by checking out some videos over here, or you can subscribe by clicking the thing here. And of course, you can hit the buttons and do the things. YouTube loves it when you hit the like button, the subscribe button, ring the bell, and share it to all of your social medias. You rock.